Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I made a video earlier before this one with Tucker Carlson being interviewed by Piers Morgan, a weasel. And Tucker Carlson destroys Piers Morgan because truth is there, my friend. You don't have to make any mental gymnastics. You just tell the truth. The other person tries to make mental gymnastics. And the subject of this video, it's a video clip about 8 minutes or so, where this guy gets destroyed. Why? Because Tucker Carlson uses not reason, truth. And the other guy is trying to use all kind of, as I said, mental gymnastics and all kind of stereotypes to try to influence the audience into something like, they're talking about the gay thing, the gay, homosexuals. If homosexuality is culturally induced, or genetically induced, or how people become gay, and if being gay or homosexual is a good thing or a bad thing or not a thing, it should be accepted, it should be banned, it shouldn't be done anything about it, it should be considered normal and so on. Tucker Carlson uses normal arguments, and the other guy is using, how should I put it, mottos. Not Yamamoto's, but mottos, things from the media shablon, how do you call it? Just words that are used in order to shame you. If you dare to be courageous enough nowadays to ask questions, and you can't ask questions nowadays because asking a question, it means that you already want to destroy someone, you're a phobe or so on. Please watch Tucker Carlson's way of thinking and Piers Morgan's, I don't know how to call it. It's not shallow because I think Piers Morgan knows what's going on. He just chooses to be like this. But please watch this together with me, and we're going to discuss after this a little bit what happened here. What happened? Remember, if it's not culturally imposed, then must be genetic. And if must be genetic, how do you know it's genetic? You know what I mean? The same thing with these guys. How was the world created? Well, my answer, Emil Kosman's answer is, I don't know. Well, some people say, well, Big Bang Theory is bad. Therefore, it must be only one option, God. Could be, I don't know. No, we couldn't be. We don't recognize sometimes that we don't know. I know, you guys know, but I don't know. I'm a little bit of, like Johnny come lately on this one. But when it's talking about how this is cosmology, I don't know, my friends. I could be, but I don't know. And if I know, I have to bring evidence. Not evidence what some certain people dreamt, 3,000 years ago, why was goat herding. Come on now. Anyway, so let's see. Tucker Carlson says, okay, if it's the genes, what is the gene? Is my gene not active yet? And so on. And the other guy cannot answer it because there's no answer. Why? Because he knows he's bullshitting. Let's go. Ready, set, and go.
What's wrong with homosexuality?
Well, if you encourage it and the rate goes up, people have fewer kids. I don't know. Did you do biology?
Well, no. So just to be clear, most gay people don't have kids.
That's the point I'm making.
Right, they don't.
So if all of a sudden you have more people being gay, which you do,
what? No, you don't. People don't pretend to be gay.
Do you have the internet?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm not saying they're pretending. I'm saying you've got way more.
You're gay, right?
Well, you know, we used to say that, but
you don't think so?
Well, I used to think that, but all of a sudden I
think lots of people putting their hand up saying they're trans. That's a different issue.
Oh, it's totally different. It's not part of the continuum. It's not like gender isn't real. Actually, I can pretend.
But if you're gay, you're gay.
Well, we were told that, and I believe.
I ask you this. If you're gay, you're gay. Do you remember or do you know statistically how many people go in prison and they became gay in the prison, and then when they get out of the prison, they're not gay anymore? Do you remember that one? Okay. Neither Tucker that doesn't know that, and the other one is just avoiding that issue.
A lot of things.
Do you not believe that?
Well, it's demonstrably not true because science tells us it's not true.
Do you think people are making it up?
I don't think they're making it up at all.
So what's your point?
I think that you can be moved in that direction through propaganda and pornography.
Come off it, Tucker.
Well, then how do you
I love when people say this. Come on, man. You don't believe that. We all know. Make your point. Don't say, come on. What's come on? You're an idiot. Come on. Everybody knows that, right?
Or anything that would make you... Could I make you gay?
What makes you gay?
How hard do you want to try?
Not hard, I can tell you.
Good. That's the spirit, Piers. There's a limit. Even an open-minded man like you kind of hate the gays.
Could I make you
gay? I make little gays.
He called him. Did you hear that? Yeah. How hard you want to try? Oh, no, come on. No. So you're he caught him.
Like, oh, I'm not going to be gay. Oh, no.
Why are you using a gay slur? That's fine.
Well, first of all, the context matters. As I've told you, I mean, that's like coffee table conversation between the gays I work with at Fox. Faggot. So if it's okay with them.
Did you hear what he said? Faggot. Well, Tucker changed in the past 3 weeks. I heard him using some bad words in the 3 weeks. Cursing and using bad words. He never used bad words. Not only that he worked at Fox, but even before. Why is that? He turns into Emil.
With me, it's just it's sort of like it's sort of like racism. Only the whites are upset about it.
You don't actually think people can be persuaded to be gay?
Well, then why don't you explain the twofold or threefold increase in self-identified homosexuals in the United States?
I can. They used to be repressed. It used to be illegal in this country until the mid-60s. You literally went to jail.
So all through history.
Hang on. You literally were put in a prison cell if you were openly homosexual.
That was more here.
When and how many and how long ago?
Actually, you guys did Oscar Wilde. We didn't, but
it was
you
terrible.
also.
Absolutely shocking.
Yeah, it was terrible. You ruled the world at the time, and now you're a joke, dependent on foreign-owned banks.
And you think that's because
but everyone's gay, so it's like a great trade.
So allowing gay people to be openly gay is why we wrecked our country.
Mocking masculinity is the fastest way to servitude.
Totally different
Ask
issue.
any Pakistani. That's why I like the Pakistanis here. You talk to a Pakistani cab driver, and you're like, "Why are you gay?" And they will start laughing because they've watched the video, and they're like, "I'm not gay. I'm a man."
What's it got to do with masculinity?
Ask a single Briton, why are you gay? They'd be like, well, I'm not gay, but it would be okay if I was. And it's like, there's no masculine self-respect at all.
You're sounding quite homophobic.
Well,
I'm not afraid of gays at all. I'm just asking.
Did you hear what he said? You sound homophobic. Already calling him names, trying to make him back off. And Tucker used the right word for phobic. Phobia being afraid. I'm not afraid of them. Fuck, bring them here. You know what I mean? He's not talking about being afraid. What are you talking about? I'm not afraid of them. But do you see how he tried all these little words used by these imbeciles to get you in a corner? The same with, oh, you're a racist. Well, you used the derogative term, but you didn't bother to show me that I'm wrong. You didn't debate or talked about what I said. You just told me I'm a bad person. But you didn't say I was lying. The same here. You sound to me like a xenophobe. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not a homophobe. I'm sorry. I'm not afraid of them. Because phobia being afraid. That's what it is, the Greek word.
Actually,
you don't even
masculine self-respect at all.
You're sounding quite homophobic.
I'm not afraid of gays at all. I'm just asking, actually,
you don't actually think they really exist by the sound of it.
Well, they exist.
No, but are they real? Is their sexuality genuinely?
Are they sleeping with dudes? Big time.
Well, and women, are they attracted to members of their own sex?
Mostly dudes. The lesbian thing is way overblown.
Actually, there are a lot of lesbians.
How many?
I haven't counted, Tucker.
I love this conversation.
Not recently.
This is so great. You're going to get so fucking arrested after this. It's going to be unbelievable.
No one's arresting me.
Okay.
No one's arresting me. But I'm just curious whether you
Are they not arresting you because you're part of the system? I think so. And you say the right thing and then let it pass.
Gay people actually are gay, or whether you think they've been somehow turned.
Well, for the third time, I think it's completely sincere.
They've been turned. Or somehow they've been turned.
Right.
Completely sincere.
So
the question, I'm not saying I have a problem with it. I'm merely saying you get fewer children when more people are gay.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. What? That's a fact.
People aren't gay. Just more people are able
you don't
to
get
they're gay.
Hold on. You don't get fewer. Well, hold on. Wait, stop. Okay. Was it like 30% of the population always, like in Roman times? For about 30%, would you say?
I'm just saying.
No, it was like this is
the falling birth rates have nothing to do with
if you have
gay
more
people.
If you have more gays, do you have fewer children?
We don't have more gays.
We've got way more gays.
No. We have more people who are not afraid to say they're gay.
They're letting their freak flag fly.
They are actually gay, Tucker. They just haven't been able to admit it.
So why isn't that the case like in Asia?
prostate exam.
How long ago was that valid? What he said, when you were not allowed to say you're gay? 30, 40 years ago? That's a generation. I don't think you were burned to death or any repercussions. I know a lot of people say, even now we are discriminating. Fuck off. Okay? You had, who was the, used to be in Biden, I mean, it's not over. I'm just going to play it again. I'm trying to see this stupid commercial. Do you remember that the admiral, the Jewish person who identified as a trans whatever, and he was gross as appearance, not that he was trans or anything. Well, that added to it. Remember that one? And he was right there in the, he was what? He's 1,000, he's like 60 or something. Only now he could just pretend. Anyway, my friends, let's continue with this. All right.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's no Asian country, and they're not all like putting gays in jail. Malaysia might be. Korea's not. South Korea. Why is their self-described homosexuality rate so much lower than yours? Japan, same.
Because culturally, it is not a thing.
So it's genetic. You think it's genetic?
No, it's cultural.
No. People become.
It's cultural. That means exactly what Tucker said at the beginning. That means the culture pushes this, that these guys become. He said, no. And he's going to say, no, it's the genes.
The last World Cup.
Wait, but how do people become gay?
Let me give you the World Cup is coming.
I'm not talking about soccer.
I'm telling you why.
I want to talk about the gay thing.
I'm telling you why.
How they become gay? Why are you gay?
1 in 4 countries in the last World Cup actually outlaw being homosexual. It's a criminal offense. Okay. Do you think that's right?
No, I don't
care.
We should care.
Okay, I really care.
You should care. Okay, I really care. Why should I? You know what I mean? Here, that's fine, but they don't understand anyway.
People arrested for using the word faggot. That's who I feel sorry for. This chick from Britain.
Listen to that.
I really care. You've got people arrested for using the word faggot. That's who I feel sorry for. This chick from Britain.
So you feel very exercised.
He said right. He doesn't think that's wrong. Right. Yeah. Okay, let's move to my point.
That.
Yeah, she's in Great Britain. She's not in some primitive theocracy.
Are you not as exercised about people being arrested and put in a prison cell for their sexuality if they're gay? Why don't you feel as angry about that?
Because it's not my culture. It's not my country. It's not.
Come on.
Well, I'm not for arresting any. I'm for arresting very few people.
You think people should be arrested for their sexuality?
Of course not.
Right, so you agree with me?
You're talk about, okay, I will not, as also a talk show host, you're not going to get me off my path. And my path leads to this question. How do people become gay? Why?
They don't become gay.
What? Are they born gay?
Yes.
Do you see that? He got him to say it. So they become, no, they're born gay? Okay, if they're born gay, can you change? How are you born? Is it a gene?
They're born gay.
Listen, my friends, I'm not debating about the gays here. What I'm showing you is how Piers Morgan does mental gymnastics to support an idea that has no basis in reality. And I'm talking about, man, what is the gene? Okay, how do you know that? How do you know that? And he's going to be turning and twisting. That's why I play this video clip right here. So you see how this guy is reasoning. All right, let's go back to that thing.
How does that work?
They're born gay.
How?
They have a sexual attraction.
No. I understand the manifestations, the symptoms.
The symptoms?
Yeah, the symptoms. The symptoms of my...
They're born gay.
Okay. So that means it's genetic.
You may not want to
that means
acknowledge that.
No, I'm just asking how it works.
That.
So there's a gay gene.
You said you worked with lots of gay people.
Hold on. Right? There's a gay gene.
Did you not have this conversation with actual gay people?
Yeah, a lot of them say I got molested, that's why I'm gay. In fact, a really good friend of mine who's gay said I got molested, that's why I'm gay.
You think all gay people are gay because they got molested?
No, I don't think that. But I am wondering, I don't know the answer.
Did you see how he tried to run away from the question of the gene? Do you think that if you get molested, you get gay, only then we get, see?
But I would
say the absolute vast majority of gay people are gay because they are actually attracted to members of the...
He changed it from the gene. You have to pinpoint him on the gene. Just actually attracted to. The other one was with the rape thing.
No. But again, that's a manifestation. That's
a natural thing.
You're not. Let's just do science for 30 seconds.
If it's natural, only now it's a manifestation of God? Look at nature. How many gay lions do you know? Is that a pandemic in the baboons' gayness or something? I mean, why only in the humans we have 30%. Well, listen, I'm not against that. You can be, but don't tell me that I have to accept it or to celebrate it, okay? Be tolerant, my friends. Be tolerant.
Of course you're right. That's the definition of gay. I'm attracted to someone of my same
But do you believe
sex.
that?
Do I believe that they're attracted to people from their own
No,
sex?
yes.
Well, obviously, they have sex with them.
Okay.
So that's what
So
attraction
what's
is.
the big
around
deal?
away.
Why'd you care?
My question, because the self-reported incidence of it has risen. So we were told 30 years ago, and I have a good memory, it's about 10%, but the actual
Because people were being mercilessly mocked for it.
listen. Then, but the self-reported rate was like 5%. Then it's 10%. Now it's like 30%. So my question is, were they all born that way? 30% of a population is born homosexual? As an evolutionary matter, you tell me how that works. How do you
Evolutionary matter.
It's not 30% of the population.
in the United States, in a lot of places, it is 30%.
If it's not, let's put it 20. Have you seen 20% of the lions fucking other lions in the butt? I'm just saying.
It's not 30%.
Way higher here based on the vibe.
What is way higher is the number of people compared to
But
30.
where does it come
30
from?
30 years ago.
Is it genetic, and where's the
30
gene?
years ago, gay people were persecuted.
I know, I've heard the story.
No, they
We
were
were commemorating
persecuted.
Stonewall the other day at my house. I'm on board with all of
You
this
did?
stuff.
Watch what magnesium
I'm on
does to
board
your
with
body.
all this stuff. Yeah, he's a genius. I'm on board with this stuff.
Candlelight Vigil, we always do it every year. Every February 9th, I arrest my kids in this kind of mock Stonewall thing.
What
and
do you
then
do if one of your kids
They
is-
say, I just want to be free, and then I
Okay,
unlock the handcuffs.
What happens if one of your kids says they're gay?
I love my kids no matter what. I love my kids no matter what they did.
Would you
They're
think someone had turned-
they're my children.
Would you think someone had turned them into a gay person? Or would you accept them as...
You see how he gives scenarios? What if everybody turns straight tomorrow then? Let me give you. Were you wrong? But it's a scenario. What if tomorrow all gay people turn straight? Which I don't care. I'm just saying. That means what? But it's a scenario. We're talking about scenarios now? What if your child gets gay?
I'm a
Actual
journalist, so I actually want to know what the real answer is, not the bullshit propaganda answer.
What would you say to them?
And I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You say people are
No, I'm
born
asking
gay.
you what you
No,
would do.
you don't want to answer because you don't have an answer because you know
I don't know,
that
I've
your
given
answer
you
is
my answer.
bullshit.
No, my answer's correct.
That they're born that way.
They're
and
born gay.
Then is there a gene for it? And you know there isn't. So
gene.
tell me.
Did you hear? If they're born their way, there's a gene. What's the gene? There's no such a thing as of now, as far as we know. Otherwise, he would ever come back.
Gene, it's the code that determines your physical and emotional characteristics. You have blue eyes because you have a gene for blue eyes.
Right.
If someone is gay, then there should be a gene that we can isolate and say it's the gay gene. And science has been looking for the gay gene for a long time. And my question is, where is it? I'm waiting on my gay gene. I ordered a gay gene and it hasn't
Sounds
arrived
to
yet.
me like
Waiter,
you-
where's my gay gene?
Sounds to me like you might be.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my gay gene. And if there isn't a gay gene, then it's totally within bounds. It's not homophobia. It's not hate. I don't want to arrest people in Liberia or whatever the hell you're talking about. I just want to know, what is this? And no one will answer the question. And I don't know why. It's weird, right? Why can't we have a non-emotional conversation with, why are you gay? As they say in Nigeria, why are you gay? And no one will answer it. Hate to brag.
All right. So, as I said, I didn't put this video of Tucker just because, he said some truth and so on. I put you, or I hate this, or he hates that. I want you to see Tucker is not going to be invited. He already is not invited in the mainstream media. They isolate us from them. Once you say something that is not okay with them, you're out. You remember Ann Coulter? Ann Coulter, the crazy blonde hair, tall Ann Coulter, who dared to say certain truths. Yeah, some crazy things too, but she's out. She's never at Fox. She's never at anywhere. Where is she at? Where was Stephen Cohen, my favorite, professor in Russian science? Where is he? He's dead, by the way. But when he started telling some truth, he was gone. He was gone. You don't find these guys anymore. It's like an echo chamber. But the problem is with Fox News, man. Are you watching Fox News? Fox News is on the right of the left, which is spectrum center. Or here's the left, that's your right. But let's go your way. This is your left right here, right? Left. This is CNN, all these guys. And Fox is right here. Click, right there. This is the center. So are you Fox? Fox is still fucking on the fucking left. Don't give me that shit. Got that? So again, Tucker is not invited anywhere. Not even his friend Hannity. I think Hannity has about 87 IQ. I think my personal assessment of his mental abilities. I don't know what he did and how he did, but he served some people pretty well. I don't like Hannity at all. I never liked. I watched him. I said, this is a 3 out of 10. Okay? Just so you know. I give Tucker. I used to give him a 2, and then a 3, and a 4. I think Tucker is about a 7. I know 10s. 10s? Dr. William Piers. There's one 10. Right? Oh my God, Emil! Or I don't know, I can give you, if you want, David Irving. I give him a 10. Right? Why? The way they think and what they say and their courage. Right? Tucker is coming along, but still he has a long way. He's out even at a 7. He's out. I made this video so you can look at watch the way these guys are thinking. The other guy is really changing, using, you sound like a homophobe, you don't love them, you want them arrested, you want them dead. That's not true. Okay, it's not 30%. It's 29. Doesn't matter. It's 25. It's 20. It's 15. Why only the human rain? It's not a cultural thing. It's a genetic thing. How come only the humans have it? Did you read Plato's Republic? In Plato's Republic, there's a... God damn it. I made a paper in college to get an asterisk in my political science book. Not political science, political philosophy class. And it's over there a place in book, I can't remember. I made it right here. I think this is about it. Yeah, here it is. Genetics and eugenics. And this is at... always have it. And you see this? You see how many things I do on the paper? Eugenics. So that is, look over there. Copy that and look at it. Book 5, 496A, 460E, or whatever it is. The Republic. So over there you're going to find, and not only there, if you go back right here, you're going to find how Socrates talks with these guys. I can't remember his name, Andalini, Bambalini. He talks to him and asks him questions, and he said about this. He says, how come do you agree that in your garden you have the certain chicken, his and cock, what do you go about cock that are better than the other ones? Yes. Do you agree that you want to have them mate the better hens so they get better or the same? I said, I said, yes. Do you agree that the best horse that you have, you want it to mate with the best mare? Yes. So they're talking about genetics. And they say about you want the best here, the best there. Actually, if you look at the pigeons or doves, if you look at the horses, if you look at the cats, we created them. Genetically, they created them a long time ago. They put together certain traits of some dogs, and they created a Doberman, for instance, or the bulldog. Let's get the Doberman. It was created by humans to have certain characteristics. Somehow, that doesn't work in humans. So the same here. You have 30% of the human population, supposedly, let's say not 30, let's say 20, being homosexuals. But you don't find it anywhere in the animal reign. And he said, what about this? Is it cultural? Or do you think it's genetic? If it's with genetic, you should see the same thing in other, animal reign, how do you call it? The lions, tigers, birds, and other things. But you don't. So that means what? We have a culture. We have propaganda. The lions don't have a propaganda. They don't have schools. They don't have Hollywood. They don't have professors. They don't have all that. So that's his point. And then guys know it's genetic. Give me the gene. He can't talk about the genes because if the genes, he goes to this. He goes to genetics and he goes to eugenics. Damn. And then you go to Nietzsche, and then you go to Barat, and you go to Wagner. I mean, it's kind of like historically like that, right? Because you start with Wagner, then you go to eugenics, then you go to Nietzsche, then you go to and so on. This ideas by Plato were written about 2,400 years ago. I think he lived in about 480 before Common Era. So about 2,490 years ago, man. They knew it then, and we forgot that. Jesus fucking Christ. That's why I make this video. Not because I say, whoa, those guys should be pushed off the cliff or something. No. But you don't say that's like normal. You know what normality is? Normality is more than 50% in a behavior, or overwhelming in the behavior. So if you have in a behavior, we all, I don't know, show me that pussy, goddamn, and that's normality, which is 90-some% on the globe in the human race. Now that's normality. If I like to a pigeon, come over here, baby doll, or something, or a goat, or a something, or you know what I mean? That's not normality. Do you know how the Romans called things outside of normality? Perversion. Let me show you where the word perversion comes from. It's not a bad word. It's just not perversion. Wait, it's not how do you call it? Don't give it a negative connotation necessary. It's out of normality. Let's go to etymology of the word. And we start with the weasel explanation. Perversion. Perversion is the form of human behavior, not only, which is far from what is considered to be orthodox or normal. Not what is considered, what is observable, real. Although the term perversion can refer to a variety of forms of deviation, it most often used to describe sexual behaviors. Not only. And let's go to the next one. Perversion. Etymology. From Latin perversio. Inversion. Pervertere. Got it? Pervertere. That means out of normality, inversion. Out of the norm. So I'm not here to tell you that this is normal. It's not normal. We're supposed to celebrate it, and if you don't celebrate it like a seal, you're called homophobic? I thought they're the tolerant side. And you have Piers Morgan. Again, I'm not against that kind of behavior. I don't like it, I don't engage in it, but I don't think it's equal with the normality, which is non-perversion. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.